Well, alright, hey YouTube, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Christmas, and in today's video, I actually got my hands on the Lego Dom's Charger. Check it out. So I'm pretty sure Dom's Charger is like a 1970s Charger, I believe, or anyways, so yeah, it's the Lego model. You can check a bit of a closer look here, let me see, kind of see the size of the wheel there. The backside, it's got some more pictures, one's from the movie. And you see the nitrous, and yeah, it's even got a wheelie bar. It's pretty sick. And I had to scour the used market for this guy because they aren't selling it in stores anymore, unfortunately. But I got a pretty good deal. Yeah, and I'm excited to build it. I'm gonna be building it off screen, but then once it's all put together, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like and do a review of it. Cool. Guys, and as you can tell, I got my hands on Dominic Toretto's Charger in Lego form. Something I built over the holidays, and I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of it. It looks awesome. Honestly, it was such a fun set to build. It's actually not overly challenging, I would say, comparing it to sets like the Batmobile and the Ford GT. This one actually wasn't so bad, but it's pretty sweet. It's got some working suspension, and yeah, the proportions, pretty good. It's all black with a bit of gray. Here's a shot of the tail lights here. This side's pretty much the same. You can see the big intake on the engine there. Well, all right, I wanted to give you guys a closer up view of the Charger, so let's take a look at it. So yeah, let me show you guys the suspension. So it does go up and down a bit, and there is some, here if I can show it, there's some springs in here which give it the suspension, which is pretty cool. So you know how in the recent movies Dom always loves jumping over like huge gaps and stuff. And maybe even onto spaceships. So that's totally, they can definitely handle, quite a bit of high jumps with that. Not that you would want to drop this, just joking around. But anyways, so yeah, here's the hood. You can lift it up. You can see the huge engine in here. To be honest, I'm not really an expert on Dodge Charger engines, so I'm not really sure the full details of it. But yeah, I know it's got this triple intake. I think that's a supercharger, if I'm correct. And yep, there's the timing chain here, and actually, as you pull it back and forth, it actually moves, which is really cool, and it causes also the pistons in the engine to go in and out. Yeah, so as you can tell, the pistons are going in and out. That's one thing I really love about these Lego sets. A lot of them, when it comes to the cars, have that sort of feature. Let's see. So another cool attention to detail is the NOS bottles at the back here. They're always using NOS in these movies. So little hidden compartment for that, which is pretty sweet. And actually, there's a little fire extinguisher in here, which I think is a neat homage to the movies, because I know in the movies, in the first one, there's that line where he talks about how his dad burned to death in the car, and I think that's supposed to be a reference to that. Yep, and here's the driver's side. Not really too much going on in here. There's a steering wheel. No, the steering wheel doesn't turn the wheels or anything like that. But there is actually a little gear back here which causes the front wheels to turn. As you can tell, if you wanted to steer it. Not that it's motorized, but I guess if you were pushing it forward, you can kind of steer it a bit with this. It's a little awkward to do, though, since it's at the back. But yeah, overall, I like the proportions of it. The wheels are pretty nice. Here, we'll take a look at the front headlights. Check it out. So it's got, 4 lights. They don't light up or anything. Yep, and this cool kind of chrome bar, I guess, across the front. Well, it's not chrome, it's gray, but I think in real life it's supposed to be chrome. And yeah, it took a few hours to build. I think it took me like 4 hours in total. That was with good focus. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was trying to get it done. I was challenging myself. And here's the back of it, or the license plate, I should say. There we go. It says June, California, 2001, 2JR1424. Not really sure if that's a reference to something, the numbers, but Yeah. So, actually, probably the coolest part about this set, though, is the fact that it can do a wheelie, you know, just like Dom's Charger does in the movie, with the help of this wheelie bar down here. So check it out. It puts it into a wheelie. Damn! So you can, you know, race the Supra when that one comes out, and take some awesome pics of, like, you know, the beginning of the race. It's actually a really neat nod to the actual movie too, because if you watch the behind the scenes, they use a wheelie bar, and it looks just like this in the movie to get the car up in the air. That's how it can do a burnout and a wheelie at the same time. Yeah, yeah, kind of neat. So it's a fun way to display the car like this, you know, with it just launching off like a rocket. And well, here's what the back window looks like. Give you guys a bit of a closer up look at that. Here's the exhaust tips, and let's take a look at the undercarriage of the car as well, just to kind of see what we're working with and how it all works. So the back wheels, they turn the gears here, and which turns the whole thing, which causes the pistons to go in and out, I believe. Yeah, yeah. So turning the back wheels causes the pistons in the engine to go in and out, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and that little gear that was up top that turns the wheels, you can tell it turns this gear in here, which causes the front wheels to turn back and forth. And you can kind of see some more of the suspension components in here. Well, all right. So would I recommend this set? Definitely. Now, I know it's not really in stores anymore. For me personally, I had to get it off the used market, but I was able to get a pretty good deal on it, luckily. And but yeah, I'm very happy with it. You know, it's really nice to display, and also it looks really nice next to the Batmobile and the Ford GT. They're very similar sizes, especially next to the Batmobile. Like these two are like brothers practically, I would say. Well, all right, so here's all three cars next to each other. I thought I'd include the Ford GT more just for size comparisons. Um, but I really think the Batmobile and Dom's Charger are really like probably the highlights here. So here, let me move this guy out of here. Or the best comparison, I should say. So yeah, here it is. So they're roughly, you know, the same size. Let me try to put them lengthwise so you guys can get a better idea. So yeah, they're roughly the same size. I think the Batmobile is a little bit bigger. But you know, they're both with the black, and they're both muscle cars. And I believe the Batmobile is supposed to be kind of inspired by the 1970s 69 Charger, which is like, you know, which is the car that Dom drives. Yeah, so they do look kind of similar. Now, one thing to note is that Dom's Charger doesn't have any light up stuff, whereas the Batmobile does have some. It's got an engine that lights up at the back, and it's got also a front engine sort of light too under the hood. I will say I think the lines on Dom's Charger are a bit more clean though. The Batmobile is very much kind of broken up here and there, sort of. A little bit rough around the edges, you could say, but that's kind of just the point of it. You know, it's supposed to be kind of a bit scary and a bit rough. All right, I just want to say thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more. We're almost at 1,000 subs, which is super exciting. You guys can click up here to check out my recent Forza Horizon video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, catch you guys later. Racer Steels, signing out.